You're saying that Diddy poisoned Jamie Foxx and that's how Jamie Foxx got sick?
Jamie Foxx reported this man to the FBI because of this.
Wow. Okay, and how did you hear about this?
These people poison people, bro.
Is there any idea why Diddy would want to poison Jamie Foxx?
You get called to testify. If you on camera and some of this footage and you want to make it a little bit easier for yourself, it's ways in this industry people go about doing things.
What platforms have banned you?
I've been I tried to go on The View. They didn't have me on The View.
Why?
Well, a few of the guests just really didn't like where I was coming from. So, yo, what's cracking? You know what it is. It's your homeboy Ice Cube. And some of you may not have realized that I'm not part of the club. But I've been excluded. I've been excluded on Oprah, you know.
On Oprah?
On Oprah, yeah, I've been excluded. Yeah, man.
I would think you'd be the person Oprah would want to promote. I mean, you grew up in South Central, you were successful at a young age, you have dignity, you say what you think. Like, I thought that was the goal.
Me too. You know, I don't know what it is, but
I cannot even begin to tell you how far it took me and how it brought me back.
Behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood's spotlight lies a world of dark secrets and twisted alliances. Today we're diving deep into the shocking claims made by none other than Ice Cube. The legendary rapper and actor recently opened up, exposing jaw-dropping details about Diddy and Oprah's alleged mistreatment of Jamie Foxx. What happened behind closed doors? And how did Jamie Foxx get caught in the crossfire? Stick around because this one's a story of betrayal, power, and the price of fame. There's a lot to unpack here, but of course, before we start opening Pandora's box, make sure first that you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell for more updates and videos like this.
At the Beverly Hills Hotel, I'm filming this, and it's a pool party that is ridiculous, man.
I know what usually happens at the Diddy party, or what we told us happened at the Diddy parties.
Where I was coming from, so, or a few of the hosts, I mean. So that's what I was told by the producers. You know, I don't know if the producers was just copping out and using.
You're hearing Diddy everywhere, okay?
Yeah.
Did you ever have any kind of run-in with Diddy? Did you ever do anything with Diddy? Any projects you worked on with him?
Yeah, he produced a few records, or had his producers do a few records on my War and Peace album. Peace disc. It was cool, you know.
I went through something that I thought I would never ever go through.
In the world of Hollywood, where rumors and celebrity drama often take center stage, Ice Cube has always been known for his calm, composed vibe as both an actor and rapper. But recently, talk of a feud between him and the cultural icon Oprah has sparked a lot of curiosity. This surprising clash has people scratching their heads, especially since Ice Cube is usually known for keeping his cool. Oddly enough, Ice Cube has never appeared on Oprah's famous show, and it doesn't look like he will anytime soon. While fans have all sorts of theories about why, Ice Cube himself has openly said he feels ignored by Oprah. So what's really going on here? Why did Oprah decide to leave Ice Cube out? And what does he have to say about this mysterious fallout?
It's cool, you know, I think we did some great music. You know, I really kind of, you know, lost contact with him and really stopped, you know, dealing with Puffy around 94. Some of you may not have realized that I'm not part of the club.
Ice Cube recently opened up about a long-running tension between him and Oprah Winfrey's platform, something he says has been going on for years. He shared this during a chat on Tucker Carlson's new Twitter show on July 25th, where he talked about his issues with both Oprah and The View. Ice Cube revealed that when he tried to appear on The View, he got pushback, with producers hinting that some hosts weren't comfortable with his views. It was unclear to him if the producers were just dodging the issue or if certain hosts really didn't want him to speak his mind.
And I don't know if the producers was just copping out and using some of the hosts to not have me come on and explain myself, but
Ice Cube noted that he had been on The View in the past, but things changed once he started speaking his own mind more openly. Since then, he says he's had several clashes due to differences in political opinions. As for Oprah, he mentioned that he's been excluded from her circle, with examples of not being invited to talk about his film Barbershop or the show Black White.
You'd be a good booking for them.
I've been on there before.
Yeah.
You know, it's just when I've became an independent thinker, when I've, I'm not, I don't follow their brand of politics, I guess.
But if you can't think for yourself, then you're not really free, are you?
No, you're not.
Even though Ice Cube was involved in 3 different projects pitched to Oprah, he was never invited to her show, which left him wondering why this kept happening. The story goes back to 2006, when Ice Cube first spoke about it in an interview with FHM. At the time, he mentioned tension within the Barbershop cast and how Oprah's controversial support of Frey's bestseller added to the drama. This all led to some criticism of other rappers like Ludacris and 50 Cent. In the interview, Ice Cube said, "I've been involved in 3 projects pitched to her, but I've never been asked to participate." His lead role in the 2002 movie Barbershop, marketed as Everyone's Getting Lined Up, stood out, especially given his absence from Oprah's platform.
But Oprah's obviously a saintly, godlike figure who's revered by all decent people. Why would she exclude you?
I really don't know. That's something that I would...
In an interview with FHM about his role in Barbershop, Ice Cube opened up about feeling left out from Oprah's show, especially since she's hosted guests with controversial backgrounds. Frustrated, he commented, "I wasn't invited. She's had offenders, child perpetrators, and lying authors on her show. If I'm not a rags to riches story for her, then who is?" By this point, Ice Cube had already made a name for himself in Hollywood with hits like Friday and 3 Kings. His absence on Oprah's stage stirred up talk about a possible bias against hip-hop culture during that time.
And, I'm not the partying type. You know what I mean? I ain't never been to a Diddy party. I ain't never really wanted to go. But I don't go to a lot of people parties. That just ain't what I'm in it for. You've been to one, you've been to them all.
Who killed Tupac and Biggie? I think both of these dudes were assassinated in some kind of way. More Biggie than Tupac. I think Tupac might got killed by a dude that they had an incident with earlier that day. But Biggie's seems a little
JFK.
Governmental to me.
Ludacris's frustration with Oprah goes back to 2005, when he joined the cast and director of the hit film Crash on her show to promote the movie. While stars like Don Cheadle, Sandra Bullock, Thandie Newton, Matt Dillon, and Terrence Howard seemed happy with the interview, Ludacris had a different experience. His issue was with how Oprah treated his music and public image.
This was about the movie. I do remember. Yeah. She cut you off.
Right.
She edited out what you had to say.
Pretty much.
Okay.
That's what it came down to. That was the only time I was on Oprah.
Okay, and then...
Now, whether we get invited back or not,
Did you call her and say, "Why did you edit me, Oprah"?
No, I didn't. But, we've pretty much made up since then, man. Mm-hmm. Like, I've talked to her.
Later, in a GQ interview, Ludacris shared that Oprah had edited his responses, cutting out the parts that didn't match to her views. He also mentioned that his invitation felt last minute, leaving him with a feeling of being an unwelcome guest. To him, it was like being in someone's home where he wasn't really wanted. Ludacris hinted that Oprah might have a bias against rappers, though she denied it. This moment exposed a bigger issue in how Oprah has interacted with hip-hop artists, leaving Ludacris feeling sidelined during his time on her show.
So it was a lot of comments that actually, basically, she was able to say what she said, and then I had my rebuttal, and when I saw the final show, her comments were in there.
Right, was in there, but yours wasn't in there.
And mine weren't in there, so it just looked like I kind of took it.
Wow.
Like, was just quiet and didn't say
yes,
nothing.
ma'am.
I did.
Yes, mother Oprah. Yes.
Nah, but I have a lot of respect, of course, for Oprah. I don't see how anyone can't have respect for Oprah. What she's accomplished in her lifetime, I just think that we came to a disagreement about something. And you can have loved ones, you have family members, you have friends, you have arguments, and you disagree, and sometimes you agree to disagree.
Yeah.
But, at the end of the day, like I said, I want to go on Oprah.
50 Cent had a similar experience to Ludacris when it came to Oprah. After his 2003 album, Get Rich or Die Trying, launched him to stardom, he told The Guardian he felt Oprah wasn't very enthusiastic about his work. He wanted to be on her show to make his grandmother proud, but Oprah seemed hesitant to have him as a guest.
For years, I didn't like Oprah Winfrey. She's not the type of person, tough, smart, and powerful, you'd want to have an issue with. But I felt the type of way about the things she said about hip-hop music in the past. It seemed like every time Oprah would go off about how hip-hop was misogynistic and ruining America's youth, she was talking about the same things on my album. What actually bothered me was being kept off her show. I wanted to be on it. Oprah was where A-listers would go to promote their project, sell books, move albums, hype movies. I considered myself an A-lister, so how does that look that I'm not there too? I felt I had to explain my absence to my audience. So, as I tend to do, I kept it real about the situation. I did a few interviews where I said the reason Oprah wouldn't have me on her couch is because she's a reflection of her audience, which is made up of middle-aged white women. That audience finds me scary.
Many thought this was because of the harsh and misogynistic themes in some of 50 Cent's lyrics, which didn't align with Oprah's values. There seemed to be a big gap between his music and her principles. But eventually, things changed. Over time, they went from distant to friendly, and 50 Cent finally got his wish to sit down with Oprah, which was a huge moment for him. He later shared with People that getting on her show with his grandmother was a dream come true.
See moments where you discuss your feelings on the culture.
Yeah.
And
on the rap culture, on rap music.
And everything that was wrong with the culture was what was on my CD. And I was like, oh, she doesn't like me.
You talking about the N-word?
All of those things were in elements.
Misogynist.
Right.
Yeah.
Every single one of those
Views against
things.
women, violence. And just things like that.
Those little things. But
yeah.
like in that case, I was like, dang, she don't like me. Because I'm looking and there's so many different impressions at different points. And not to say that those things were wrong, but I was saying if I can't be a friend, at least let me be your enemy so I coexist.
Although they didn't discuss the darker themes in his music, 50 Cent respected that, saying, "I'll do that for her." When he later spoke to The Guardian, he explained that his lyrics come from real experiences, adding, "I got shot 9 times, and I wrote music about it." This meeting marked a big shift in their relationship, showing that their differences didn't have to keep them apart.
Like, to cover those emotions were to be a little more aggressive.
And insensitive.
Yeah, and to be angry about the situation opposed to dealing with how I was actually feeling at that point. And
how were you actually feeling?
The physical part hurt, and there was confusion because
you hurt afterwards. You don't hurt for the immediate.
Yeah, after you know you're gonna be fine, it really starts hurting. You know what I mean? Like the doctor tell you you're good, then it's just really bones aching. You feel like you got a headache in your hip, middle of your body, and then it's like, I know I'm gonna be fine, but it hurts so bad.
Did you ever find out who did it?
Yeah, I knew who did it shortly after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are now where?
Oh, the guy who actually shot me is dead. And the guy who paid him got life.
50 Cent's relationship with Oprah took a complicated turn when she joined a documentary focusing on one of the women accusing Russell Simmons of misconduct. This involvement made 50 Cent uneasy, given Simmons' connection to the accusations. According to XXL, he felt somewhat relieved when Oprah stepped away from the project in 2020. Unlike Ice Cube, 50 Cent had previously been on Oprah's show, which set their experiences apart.
Different impressions at different points. And not to say that those things were wrong, but I was saying if I can't be a friend, at least let me be your enemy so I coexist.
Oh.
You know, and the audience
That's interesting.
I was just using it as...
On the other hand, Ice Cube's relationship with Oprah has been pretty much non-existent on her platform. In a 2008 episode of Conversations with Michael Eisner, the host asked Ice Cube about his connection with Oprah, especially since he wasn't invited to her high-profile Legends Ball in 2006. This was surprising considering his production company was involved in the background. Eisner's question hinted at a possible rift. Ice Cube replied honestly, saying, "I don't know. I haven't had a conversation with her. I'm fine with that. I've gotten this far without Oprah, so I'm not worried about it. But it would have been nice to show that my company did bring that show to America." His response showed both acceptance and a hint of disappointment, highlighting his wish for recognition that so far he hasn't received on Oprah's stage. Ice Cube's absence from Oprah's guest lineup has gone on for years, fueling talk that Oprah's supposed disinterest in hip-hop might be why she overlooks artists like him. This idea isn't new and has stirred questions about how she picks her guests. Back in 2006, Oprah tackled these rumors head-on during an interview with Power 105.1 in New York City. She clarified, "I listen to some hip-hop. People say I don't like hip-hop, but that's not true. I like Indie Club, love Jay-Z, love Kanye, love Mary J. Blige. Mary J. is a friend." She wanted to clear the air and show her appreciation for certain hip-hop artists. But in the world of rap, rivalries and tensions often pop up just as often as flashy gold chains. In this light, Ice Cube isn't too surprised he hasn't been invited on Oprah's show, even though he tends to stay calm and low-key. Hip-hop is full of rumors and conspiracies, and his ongoing disconnect with Oprah seems to be a story that just keeps going. It's all part of the bigger picture of hip-hop's unique mix of friendships, rivalries, and unspoken rules.
Hey.
Meanwhile, in a jaw-dropping revelation that's blowing up the internet, Ice Cube has pulled back the curtain on some dark secrets in the entertainment industry. On a recent podcast clip shared on social media, he didn't hold back, sharing claims that have left people stunned and worried. One of the biggest bombshells? Ice Cube suggests that beloved actor Jamie Foxx has been targeted by powerful figures behind the scenes, a revelation that has people on edge, especially since Foxx has been out of the public eye following a serious medical scare. As more questions pile up, fans are desperate for answers. In the clip, Ice Cube, whose real name is O'Shea Jackson Sr., made waves with his bold statements. He declared that he's not part of the exclusive club of elites who pull strings in Hollywood. "It may surprise some of you to know that I am not a member of this exclusive club," he said, explaining that he and his fans remain outsiders. Ice Cube went further, hinting that celebrities in this powerful inner circle push a hidden agenda on their fan base, trying to pull people into this so-called club. His message was clear. These influential figures want to control others, but when big names like him push back, it causes friction. The big question now is, what exactly is this club, and what's really going on behind the scenes?
Some of you may not have realized that I'm not part of the club. And a lot of you listening to me right here, right now, you're not part of the club either. And what I realized with the club is what makes them so mad is when you don't want to be a part of their fucking club.
Ice Cube's shocking claims have stirred up curiosity and made people question what's really going on in this so-called secret club. As people try to make sense of it all, there's a growing interest in understanding the power dynamics within the entertainment industry. Ice Cube hints that this club, with its heavy influence, becomes hostile towards anyone who won't play along. It's rumored to have control over its members' lives, and some even say that stars like Jamie Foxx have been targeted. According to Ice Cube, almost every celebrity crosses paths with this gatekeepers club at some point in their career. He describes these gatekeepers as powerful figures whose reach goes beyond just keeping this club hidden from the public. Some even speculate that Jamie's current health issues might somehow be linked to these behind-the-scenes power players in Hollywood.
Talking about the club of gatekeepers that we all got to deal with. You know who they are, and they definitely know who they are. A lot of people would be like, what, who? Come on, man, stop playing. So, ever since I put out the contract with Black America, you know they.
While filming Back in Action with Cameron Diaz, Jamie Foxx reportedly faced several challenges that created major tension on set. According to The Sun, Jamie's frustrations led to a heated moment where he demanded action, resulting in 4 crew members being fired. Page 6 added that Jamie fired an executive producer, 2 directors, and even his driver, which only increased the stress around the project. However, things took a serious turn when Jamie suddenly became very ill, with no clear explanation from his team or family.
You're saying that Diddy poisoned Jamie Foxx and that's how Jamie Foxx got sick?
Jamie Foxx reported this man to the FBI because of this.
Wow. Okay, and how did you hear about this?
These people poison people, bro.
Is there any idea why Diddy would want to poison Jamie Foxx?
You get called to testify. If you on camera and some of this footage and you want to make it a little bit easier for yourself, it's ways in this
The mystery around his health deepened after podcaster AJ Benza claimed on Dr. Drew Pinsky's show that Jamie had suffered a stroke, leading to partial paralysis and blindness, allegedly due to a blood clot from a COVID-19 vaccine. Benza said he had a source who was there when it happened. This claim quickly spread across social media, even getting comments from figures like Candace Owens. With Jamie's health still uncertain and him staying silent, fans are left with many questions and worry. Interestingly, Cameron Diaz's involvement with the film hasn't attracted the same concern, which only adds to the mystery surrounding Jamie's situation. Conspiracy theory claims that Cameron Diaz pushed Jamie Foxx to get the COVID-19 vaccine. Oddly enough, Diaz hasn't spoken with her longtime friend and Back in Action co-star since he was hospitalized in April. According to Daily Mail, a close friend of Diaz says she doesn't know much about Jamie's health and is only hearing rumors like everyone else. There are also troubling reports that Foxx may have been pressured to get vaccinated to avoid career consequences. Allegedly, he was warned that he could be blacklisted from Hollywood if he didn't follow the industry's vaccine recommendations. Unfortunately, this isn't the first time something like this has surfaced in Hollywood. Ice Cube recently shared on the Joe Rogan Experience that he faced a similar situation. The rapper-turned-actor explained that while preparing for a movie role, production suddenly stopped, and he was told that no producers would work with him unless he got vaccinated. These claims hint at a troubling trend in Hollywood, where big names face career pressure tied to vaccination choices. Jamie Foxx's situation and Ice Cube's experience suggest this isn't just a one-time thing. In Hollywood, the vaccine mandate changed the game, allowing only vaccinated people on set. Ice Cube quickly noticed it wasn't just individual producers pushing for the vaccine. There seemed to be a bigger force behind it. He found it odd that every producer he spoke with insisted he comply, making him wonder if this was an industry-wide rule. Because he chose not to get vaccinated, Ice Cube ended up losing out on the movie role, which raised even more questions about who's really calling the shots in Hollywood.
Here and there, this and that. But it's cool, you know. I expect that. You know, I've been working with, on the big three for a long time. And you know how they've been fucking with me with that. I done made it, plain, simple, and clear what they've been doing. The NBA been fucking with us. Now, a lot of people might say, like, well, but Cube, you want to work with the NBA. Really, I don't give a fuck about working with them.
Interestingly, Ice Cube initially kept his experience under wraps, but somehow the story still made its way to the media. The leak's source seemed intentional, like someone wanted the details out there. What's even stranger is that, despite laws against releasing private medical info without permission, the news still spread, and there were no consequences for the media that reported it. Ice Cube saw this as a move to pressure him, a way to push him into accepting the demands he was resisting. To him, it felt like powerful forces were working behind the scenes to get their way.
Mad because I had left the group and I felt like it was a business thing. We all grown men and we could handle business. But
Ice Cube's decision not to get vaccinated meant he missed out on a big payday, but he didn't let the pressure from higher-ups change his mind. Later, he spoke out, claiming the vaccine did more harm than good. He also mentioned that many police officers who refused the vaccine were let go, only for vaccinated officers to report side effects, leading to a shortage and forcing a rehiring to fill the gaps. Stories like these often get buried, allegedly because powerful figures want them hidden. This tight control suggests that those at the top silence anyone trying to speak up. Ice Cube, as a director, has the freedom to turn down acting roles he doesn't agree with, giving him more control over his career. Jamie Foxx, on the other hand, didn't have the same options. If Jamie had refused the vaccine, he might have faced being blacklisted, a risk that could have seriously hurt his career. Fans now fear that Jamie became a casualty of the industry's behind-the-scenes pressures. Some think he could have afforded to say no, but in the end, he went along with the industry's demands.
How are you, buddy? You looking great? Hey, I have a question for you about this whole P. Diddy thing. About the rumors that are just online are just crazy. I was wondering if you could just clear it up for the fans and...
God bless you.
How are you feeling though?
I'm feeling good, I'm feeling better.
Is the poisoning rumors true or not? I know it's kind of crazy, right?
The allegations against Diddy, including the claim that he allegedly attempted harm on Jamie Foxx for refusing to participate in his activities, further underscores the needs for accountability and transparency within the industry. As these stories continue to unfold, it's essential to support those who have been affected and work towards creating a safer and healthier environment for all involved.
What are some of the things that you heard behind the scenes that were going on before this indictment actually dropped?
Well, I know he poisoned Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx reported him to the FBI because of it. I know that's a fact.
We're talking about when, what was it, a year or two ago or so, when Jamie Foxx got real sick and everybody said he had a stroke.
Yes.
We're talking about that, or talking about something different?
Some fans feel frustrated with Jamie Foxx, thinking he put money before his own health, which might have led him to this tough situation. Many are disappointed that Foxx didn't stand up, refuse the vaccine, or speak out about it publicly. Because he stayed silent the whole time, some people see this as him compromising his integrity. This lack of openness has left certain fans feeling let down. But what are your thoughts on all this? Let us know, along with your wildest theories in the comments section below. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video. And if you did, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this.